Kids, get ready for one of the big buzzwords this year. It's going to be 21 Italy. 21 Italy. You heard it here first, or maybe not. Oh, you probably heard it here first because, yeah, anyway. So 2021 in Italy is a big deal vintage. It's an exciting year, and it's a unique year. It's us as wine dorks, we love this shiznit, right? Because what happens is we get to encounter and have an experience with a vintage that we really don't have a benchmark for, right? You sit there and go, okay, well, everybody, for example, in Bordeaux, right? Everybody's like, well, how's 22? Oh, is it like 15? Is it like 16? Well, no, it's like this fusion of et cetera, et cetera. And we have to go through the process of trying to explain vintages to people based on previous vintages, because that's the foundational knowledge they have for trying to figure out if they want to discern whether it's great or not, right? So in this case, we have a scenario where, 21's pretty unprecedented, man. It's, I'll say this. It's for me personally, it's the best vintage since 16. All right, so the best vintage since 16, but it's not 16, and it's not 15, and it's not 13, and it's not those years. It's not 10. It's very own gig, right? So let's dig into the wine a little bit. This is the Poggerino Chianti Classico 2021. This is a great spokes wine for the 2021 vintage from what we've encountered thus far, which is this incredible intensity of fruit, allied to, or with elegance, with a strong sense of terroir. The wines aren't the least bit heavy, so this vintage is not about power at all. This vintage is about just everything in its right place. I'm a Radiohead fan. Everything in its right place. Just everything lined up in its slots, but no single part of the terroir or the complexities or the greatness of the vintage took center stage. It is so zen, but not zen like in this dumpy way, because the wines have focus and precision and energy. It's really, we haven't encountered a vintage like this, like ever. And if you try to corner me, I won't be able to tell you a vintage that this compares to, because it really is its own gig. So this is a great version of a Chianti Classico in this wonderful vintage. Poggerino, they're located in Rada. Proprietor Piero Lanza has super high altitude vineyards, 500 to 600 meters, super high elevation, all Sangiovese. There's a touch of Merlot planted there, but I don't think it makes its way into this wine. Rada can usually be a bit firm, a bit severe, a bit, sometimes standoffish as a village, although that's starting to change with climate change. And this wine is a poster child for that. What a brilliant, beautiful wine this is. And the aromatics, as I'm talking to you, I can almost smell this wine from here, right? Which that doesn't happen too often. And it doesn't happen in the somber vintages. Like, to me, 16 was a bit somber, powerful, structured, great wines, but less of this, where the wine's jumping out of the glass. And 21 has this jumping out of the glass character that I just absolutely adore. Cherries, sour cherries, spice, the balsamic notes, it's all there, baby. This is like, 16, you were maybe waiting on it. The 15s were super ripe and like super yummy and hedonistic, so you were drinking them, but they were a bit heavy. 21s are just, you don't have to wait on it, but the wines are just humming. They're electric, so vertical in their presentation. Just a joy to drink, but it's gonna age. It's gonna get better, but not because it's tannic or unwieldy or angry or acidic. Everything's already there. All it does is it's just gonna move it to its own beat and get to this beautiful place eventually, and you just know it's gonna happen, but you can already drink it now. Triple 93 points from 3 very different critiquers, which you'll see in the email piece. So it's not just like, oh, so-and-so liked it, so so-and-so is not gonna like it. No, it didn't work that way. This wine was equally lauded at a very high level for its price from 3 very different critics who all know their shiznit when it comes to Chianti Classico, an Italian wine. Even has the cool DM cork. No TCA, open it, drink it, savor it, age it. What a beautiful wine, the Poggerino Chianti Classico 2021. A slam dunk in this very unique, particular, yet exciting vintage.